Welcome, 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 folks, to Waves on the Shore with Evan and Jaron, the census greatest podcast of all time. Thanks for joining us today as we discuss all the latest in country music.
We're not biased, we just don't like bad music.
Boom.
Might be a second off.
Bruh.
I did my best, but it's hard when you're going like 3, 2.
Okay, you want me to do it again?
What? No.
No, let's do it again.
No. Just do this. Ready? Oh, wait, but you clap and then you can sync it. No, you want to lift your hands so you see the, impact. There. Now you'll be able to sync it.
Okay.
Well, everyone, while Jaron is dying in the background with a Kleenex, welcome back to the latest episode of Waves on the Shore. Currently the most exhausted podcast in the world. Not because, we have fountains of content to pull from. Not exhausted in that way, but just in the sense that Jaron and I are both feeling a little bit of fatigue.
Yeah, we have an infinite stream of content. We have infinitely good ideas. We've never had a bad idea before.
No, we never will.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, what we don't have infinite of is energy.
That's right.
But even amidst the fatigue, we just had to come back and remind everyone, just show everyone why we are the standard upon which all podcasts are judged. Even when we're tired.
Yeah.
Jaron, why are you tired?
Because work, and then
That's me too.
tutoring after work, which is also work. And then I came home and I ate some pizza, and then I met with some people for 3 hours, and then I came home and I went number 2, and then now I'm here.
That's the kind of detail we wanted.
It was vital. It was vital to the
It was
story.
necessary.
Evan, why are you tired?
I'm exhausted from work. I just got back at about 9:30.
All you have to do
Had
is
a fajita.
help white women find the right candle, right? You work at
Yeah, but then there's the furniture part of it, and it's just I like the furniture part of it, but it is tiring just moving chairs and couches all day.
Are you organizing displays of furniture?
Not today. Today was just get everything out. So it was just big mirrors. Just put mirror on cart, bring mirror out, put mirror in place. So
Okay.
I'm feeling it. I also, quick story time from work. I am notorious for bringing horrendous lunches. And it's not my fault. I just can't cook. So I've had some sketchy lunches.
Can't relate. Imagine
today
being bad at something.
I can't relate either.
No.
The cooking is just I am so good at being bad. So anyways, it is often before I just open a can of soup, put it in a container, and then bring a bowl to work. So I just put it in the bowl and heat it up because we have a microwave in our lounge.
So you're eating canned soup. That's usually your lunch.
Yes, which there's nothing wrong with. The
Sure.
problem was I was in a rush today. So
Okay.
I didn't have time to put the soup in a container. Which
Okay.
wouldn't have been an issue if I remembered to bring a can opener. But I didn't. So
You just grabbed the can.
I got to work and I got to my break and I was like, oh.
So the soup, a lot of soup nowadays, soup cans have a pull tab.
This is not one of them.
Yeah, well, that's an Elle soup.
So
Maybe
you know
don't
what-
eat that soup
You know
anymore.
what Evan did? The absolute innovation monster I am.
Just
I
stab
grabbed
it.
a screwdriver and a hammer and I whacked it in and I whacked it all the way across the lid and made a line, and then I did it the other way to make a plus, and then I used the screwdriver to fork back the corners.
Oh
and
gosh!
I got my
Wow.
soup in. I washed the screwdriver before it entered the soup. That would have been disgusting.
Of course.
It's just cutlery, really. And I had a great soup. But it's
kind
the
of
one
soup was it?
manager who what?
What kind of soup was it?
It was Campbell's Chunky Soup, Texas beef, and barbecue.
Barbecue soup?
It's fantastic. Anyways,
I guess I'd have
the
to try it.
The only downside was there's several managers at my store. one of them doesn't like me. And I'm not the biggest fan of them only because they don't like me. It was that manager working today. So you can imagine when she walks in and Evan has a can of soup on the floor while he's whacking a screwdriver into it. Everyone else is laughing, having a good time, and my manager's just looking at me like, you idiot, I'm going to fire you. But she can't. She can't because there's not many young dudes like
You have no power here.
She does. Evan. She just knows she can't let me go. So, she can't afford to let you reasons to let me go, but like she was probably pretty disappointed when she saw me whacking a screwdriver into a can of soup. That's why I'm tired. So it was a lot of effort getting the soup today. I had to earn my food, all on a half-hour clock too. Like I don't have infinite time to get this bad boy open. Like I clocked out and I was like, oh shoot. So I had to like run to the warehouse and get some tools. It was good soup though. Good soup. Well, anyways, after that little story time, I will have another story time this episode. I can already tell you.
Oh, okay.
We got one album we're gonna talk about today. We were gonna have two, and then Jaron didn't listen to the Tyler Hubbard album.
It's because I've been too busy to listen to bad music.
And I'm gonna be honest.
I wanted to.
When you said you hadn't listened to it, I was like, all right, well, that's my green light that I don't have to listen to the rest of it. I haven't heard all of it, but I've heard like
give your half review real quick.
Yeah. So I've heard like 80% of this. There's just a few songs like I haven't got to the end. I haven't heard like Miss My Daddy or like How Red or Paradise. I've gotten all the way to
Please tell me that Paradise is a really bad cover of the Coldplay song Paradise.
I wouldn't put it past him. Do you want a review of the Tyler Hubbard album, though?
Yes.
Like, I was going to make a video on this, and I've still thought about it, but I feel like it's kind of late now, especially since I still have to, like, react to the Morgan Wallen songs. And
nobody's talking about it, and I don't think anybody cares, so.
Exactly, and so I wasn't going to make a big video, but in my opinion, this album is chicken tenders. And what I mean by that is...
Hold on, chicken tenders are good, though. Okay.
So here's what I mean by that.
Is this good?
Here's what I mean.
Okay.
Come to my chicken tender definition.
I love tendies. I don't know if I love Tyler Hubbard.
It is very basic, and it's like whatever restaurant you go to, if you get chicken fingers, you know it's gonna be at least all right. There's good chicken fingers. There's okay chicken fingers, right? Okay. But at bare minimum, the chicken fingers are okay. Where this analogy falls apart is a good chicken tender is very good. This album never gets to that good chicken tender state, but it's just like every song, everywhere you go on this album, I listen to it, I'm like, yep, that's a very safe, good enough, ticks the box, pop country song about loving your wife again. And it's like, it doesn't sound bad, your melody's catchy.
So how does this compare to how does so we know that like so Brian Kelly
Brian's better. Brian's
well no, well I'm not comparing their solo stuff. I want to like how would Brian's solo stuff is very obviously like he made a point to separate his sound from the FGL sound. Is Tyler Hubbard's sound just it's
FGL without Brian.
Yeah.
It's like Life Rolls On. Not nearly as bad as Life Rolls On, though. I'd say it's like, this album to me is more like, it's kind of just like 17, or I guess there's 18 songs. Like 18 blessings. And I love Blessings, right? Blessings is one of my favorite Florida Georgia songs. So maybe that comparison doesn't work either. But it's in that, like, it's generally acoustic, like, good instrumental palette. Melodies are catchy. It's just very bland and repetitive lyrically. It's very much like Hallmark country.
I can't say that I'm surprised because I'm not.
No, and I mean, you look at that album cover. Come on now, like, could you make it? Like, it's like you want to present it as bland as it is. Maybe he's just being real, but you're really gonna have your album cover a blank white T-shirt in front of a gray photo shoot background, like. Nothing screams like 2016 country, like new
Just
male
from
country
that
artist
description,
than
that reminds me of the Life Change. Was it Life Changes, or is it the whatever album Die a Happy Man was on?
Not Life Changes.
Tangled Up.
Tangled Up.
Yeah. Hey, look, I remembered something that doesn't usually happen, and Thomas Rhett, no less. I don't even remember a lot of things about Thomas Rhett.
It's just Tyler Hubbard album. It's very
Hubbard
safe.
album.
There's not many things I can like. There's no song where I. That's a lie. I haven't listened to it all. But of the ones I've heard, there's no song that I'm.
This is a conclusively inconclusive review
of the ones I've heard. Of the first 12 songs, it's not there. I'm never sitting there thinking, "Oh my gosh, I want to turn this off." But at no point am I like, he has my interest here.
It's like a slightly underbaked chicken tendy. Like it's not quite crisp enough.
It's a store-bought
like it's
chicken
cooked all the
tendy
way
with no
through.
seasoning.
You're not getting salmonella, but like it could have used like 2
I just
more
think it
minutes in
lacks
the oven.
seasoning. It's just like a store-bought chicken tendy.
It could use some Texas Pete hot sauce, maybe a little bit.
Maybe a plum sauce to dip it into.
Hey yo,
like, baby, you don't dip your tendies in plum sauce. Is that not a thing? What? Don't tell me that's not a thing.
The phrase "dip your tendies in plum sauce" is something that I did not expect to hear today.
But like,
that
is
just
plum
sounds
sauce a thing?
I think I've heard of it, but like, is it literally just like sauce from a plum?
I assume so. I don't know.
Is it sweet?
Yeah.
I don't want my chicken to be sweet.
Dude,
I would not like it probably.
What do you mean you don't want your chicken to be sweet, bro?
I'm a savory kind of I'm a spicy savory boy, you know? I'm not
You're not, bro.
Yes, I am.
You're
yes.
5 foot and white.
Evan,
You're not
shut up,
spicy.
I'll kiss you.
You don't do plum sauce though. Like literally, when you go to like a restaurant in Canada, one of the things if you get like chicken tenders, they're like one of the sauces like, do you want plum sauce with that?
Okay.
It's so good.
The thing is, I would try it. I'm not like saying that it sounds horrible.
You are trying it.
In the context of eating chicken tenders, I would try it, but I cannot guarantee that I would like it because I don't like barbecue sauce that much because it's sweet.
Ah, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. Maybe you wouldn't like plum sauce.
Like, I don't hate barbecue sauce. I'll eat it, but it's not a preference. It's not.
Interesting. If you get your passport in time,
okay,
and you are able to come to the John Mayer concert,
which
is going to be heat. I know where I'm taking you, also because we can get really cheap tendies.
Are we gonna go get our plums sauced?
No, we can't be doing that. Should I spot? Okay, well, me and my dad, we went to a concert in Toronto this past weekend, and it was like ridiculously good. I'll get to that in what are we listening to. But anyways, we went to this one. It was in Toronto, and we went to this one restaurant called The Warehouse. It used to be a record store, and then the restaurant bought it and turned it into their restaurant. But there's still like records on the wall and everything. But it was like kind of just like an appetizer store. So there's not a single thing on the menu over $10, which in American dollars is like $7. Like there's nothing more than that. So you just kind of buy like poutine, chicken tenders, and like wings and
I do like
potato
poutine.
slices and stuff like that. And you kind of just feast on it, and it's so good. So if you get your passport in time, that is what we are doing before the John Mayer concert. And
we're gonna go get our plum sauced.
Plum sauce. That's
Plums
a really roundabout
sauced. Sorry, go.
Anyways, that's just a really roundabout way of saying that this new Elle King record is really cool.
Yeah, I
so we're gonna talk about Elle King. Did you get all the way through it?
Mm-hmm. At least twice. Okay. Maybe like 2.5.
I've done 2. But like, I find with this album, I will listen to it more, but I find with some albums, I gotta listen to it a bunch just to even like remember what I'm gonna talk about. Whereas I feel like this album, everything really stuck. So I didn't need to listen to it more, even though I will simply for enjoyment.
Yeah.
But do you want to kick us off here? Because I kind of went off about Tyler Hubbard.
Oh, sure. I knew this. I was vaguely aware that this album was coming out. I think I saw Cyrus post about something about it on Instagram. And Evan was like, have you listened to this album? And I was like, no, but I will. And then I did. And on my first listen, I was kind of like, this is a pleasant... I didn't think it was going to be bad. I just didn't really have any expectations. So I was just kind of pleasantly surprised. Yeah. And I had heard some songs by her. I had heard X's and O's, like her really big like pop hit from like 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I had heard Drunk and I Don't Want to Go Home. It had just been a long time.
Different for Girls is Dierks Bentley.
Oh, did he? Oh, is she the one on that song?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I thought that was somebody else. Awkward.
Dierks is on this album too.
But yeah, Dierks is on this album. But I think just in general, there's not really a song that I remember like not being good.
There's a very high bar, I think, on this album. It never there's no drop off moment.
Yeah, I think okay, so I like the closer Love Go By. I like the opener Ohio.
I liked the opener as well.
I thought it was cool that she, like, you know, Ohio kind of lends itself to, like, the, a lot of times in songs or music, you'll have, like, your ahs and your oohs and your ohs. Like, they're not really saying anything. The person singing is just, like, making noises that sound nice. Yeah. And she kind of uses that in the chorus, but she's actually saying Ohio.
Just very dragged out.
Yeah, and it sounds good. It's nice to... It's very pretty. I like that song. Before You Met Me is a fun jam. Like, Drunk and I Don't Want to Go Home is probably... It's just really fun.
It's grown on me. I didn't like it initially, but it's grown on me.
I was always... Yeah, it's also grown on me. I probably was, like, in the middle, like, kind of just, like, on it. Like, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. But now I really enjoy it. My one kind of thing is, I feel like the Dierks Bentley song, I feel like his feature is a little lackluster. Not that it's bad. I just don't.
I didn't think that.
I just
song. I liked the way that it's a pretty, like, standard, like, this relationship's failing, and now we're at a bar. But I kind of liked the catch of, like, Worth a Shot and how that branches into the or two or whatever. I was like, you know what? That is a clever enough spin to change my mind on this song. I was like, not that I disliked it, but I think it was the first time on this album I was like, yeah, like, this is a pretty standard stuff. But then when I heard that little catch and the like post-chorus, I was like, you know what? That won me over. So
yeah,
I like Dierks.
Maybe it seemed like I don't hate the song. I just thought that sometimes I feel like artists are featured on songs and it just doesn't stand out. Like, the feature itself doesn't stand out to me. Mm-hmm. And it kind of feels wasted. Like, one of my least favorite things is when someone's featured and they're just, like, in the background. Like, I actually really like Drowns the Whiskey by Jason Aldean. Rare, good Jason Aldean song. And Miranda Lambert's on that song. And you might not... But you just, like... And you would not know. Like, you just wouldn't. Because it's like... And this song with Dierks Bentley is not nearly as bad as that. I just don't think it's.
Do you want to know a prime example of that for me?
Sure.
This is not spoiling my what are we listening to, but it's spoiling the story. The concert I went to was Adam Melcher, and I got this signed vinyl. His signature there. He wasn't actually there signing it. That would have been cool, but I just bought the signed one. Anyways. The 7th song.
How much was that?
$70 Canadian.
Sheesh.
So it's a bit of money. But you know what?
An investment. Down payment on a car.
When he hits it off big, I'll say I was there when there was 600 people. But the 7th song, the 8th song, Let Me Know When, is a beautiful song featuring the Fleet Foxes.
Oh wow, he's got a song with I didn't know.
You wouldn't know.
I'll have to listen to that album. I haven't.
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know the Fleet Foxes are on there. There's not even any big harmonies.
Oh wow, that's disappointing. Never mind. I'm not listening to that bum album.
It's just the lead singer. The lead
we're
singer,
boycotting
Robin
Adam
Peckman,
Melcher.
He has a few moments where he harmonizes, but that's it. It's very subtle, and I respect the touch, right? They do work well together. But how you gonna in the title say featuring the Fleet Foxes, and then only have one fox, also just in the background? Like, he ain't fleeting nowhere, bro. Like,
where's the fleeting?
That's what I'm saying. But I tell you what though, the song itself, like whether or not I wish the Fleet Foxes were more on it, Let Me Know When is like a beautiful song, one of his better songs. I will talk more about Adam Melcher in a minute.
Yeah, Evan,
Elle
we're
King.
supposed to be talking about Elle King. Okay?
I know. Do you have a favorite?
I do like her version of Jersey Giant. I think I remembered liking Lucky. I'm really tired, so I'm trying to remember. I think Out Yonder was good. But honestly, I really enjoy... I actually have a lot of fun with Before You Met Me. Let's go with Jersey Giant as my maybe just my tentative favorite. Okay. Just because I like that I feel like it's a little bit different than all the other versions of Jersey Giant I've heard. Maybe it's not the best. Maybe it's not the best version of that song, but I just like that it's a little bit different.
Mm-hmm. She does put her on.
It feels more like subtle and also more fleshed out, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Like it has more instruments than other people's versions, but the vocals are like more chill. I think.
I think for me, I liked the third song, "Try Jesus," where she's just like, maybe I should try Jesus.
That's a good one.
What's all this buzz about? Like, why?
Because all those other boys are leading her astray.
Exactly, and she's like, maybe I'll try Jesus. I like that one. Bonafide is like really funny to me. She's just saying, I'm a bona fide lunatic. Like, I am tried, tested, and true, the whole package of a maniac. And I kind of just found that funny, and I think it plays along really well with the whole like trailer park vibe she's got going on. This album almost feels like an in-depth dive into like I don't know, maybe like Brenda from the Ashley McBryde album, just one of the women in that community. This album just feels like an in-depth dive into one of their lives, and I like that in Bonafide. And then I thought Blacked Out. I thought that was a really, I think it's a beautiful one, but I thought that lyric of like, I can't love you blacked out, and like she talks about all these different like different things being blacked out, whatever, but she's saying like, I can't love you intoxicated or whatever. What did she say? Oh, this is killing me now. I'm forgetting it because it's too late. She has a really clever play on words where it's like, I'm not sincerely into you, and so I can't lie about that, and I thought that was a really pretty one. Those would probably be my favorites personally, but overall,
I just thought of it, or thought about it. I mean, I really liked Lucky, the fifth track. I enjoyed that one a lot. No, that's all I wanted to say. That might be my favorite one besides Jersey Giant.
Here it is. Yeah, so she's saying like all the things like last night I blacked out, the memories are cashed out, blah 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 blah. She's saying because I just don't have the heart to love you blacked out. So she's saying how like she's gone cold and stuff, and I thought it was really interesting.
Yeah.
Overall, I think I didn't know what I was expecting, because really, other than X's and O's and her drunken don't want to go home, didn't really know a lot about Elle King. So when I heard she was making a country album, I was like, okay, you do your thing. Because I thought it'd just be more drunk.
It sounds really good. I guess we should let me clarify.
It sounds great.
Sonically, it's the instrumentation and production's really good.
It really is a great album. I was very impressed, surprisingly impressed. Come Get Your Wife by Elle King. I don't think we ever actually said the title of the album. It's Come Get Your Wife. It's out now.
That's true, because it's not even... The phrase "Come Get Your Wife" isn't even like a track. It's just
it's just the title of the album. It's Come Get, and I think it's I think it's a funny title that really fits. It's like Come Get Your Wife. She's being rowdy, whatever. And this whole album is just about like a rowdy woman in the country. And I like how much fun she has with it. I like how much she leans into the jokes, and I think the music in it. It's just it's a really good album.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'd probably give it like a solid 7, maybe.
I was thinking like a high 7, maybe even touching on 8. I think it could be touching on an 8.
Yeah. Yeah. I will probably listen to it a little bit more.
I need to listen to it as well, but
yeah.
Yeah, from the first few listens, Elle King, very good by our rating standard, best thing in the world. So
yeah, literally best thing ever. I forgot about the rating standard. Have we done that recently?
We haven't.
It's the best thing ever.
It's either the greatest thing of all time or the worst thing of all time. So this is definitely like the greatest album ever.
Best album I've heard today, which is it's just probably true. Maybe.
It's not for me because of what are we listening to?
Okay.
Which, Jaron, what are you listening to?
I'm glad you asked, Evan, because I've been dying to talk about what I've been listening to.
Me too.
Quite a bit ago, I heard a song, and I don't know how I discovered it. It probably like auto-played on Spotify, and I was like, that sounds good. I want to listen to it more. And it was called Stand and Deliver by Patrick Droney. And it's like a song that I just like, over the past year, it's not like, I probably wouldn't say it's like a top 10 song. Like in terms of like how much I like all my favorite songs that I've discovered in the past year. But like, it's like really close. And it's like one of those songs that like just keeps kind of like, oh yeah. And it, like over the whole year, I like listened to it a fair amount. And it's on an EP called, it's a self-titled EP, so it's just Patrick Droney. Came out in 2019, so it has 4 other songs on it. And it's like one of those EPs, like maybe my favorite kind of like, or maybe I should say it like this. My favorite way to digest music is in like a 5 to 7 track EP, and like all the songs are just good. And there's like no filler, like there's no like songs, like they're all just good. And that's how I would describe this EP. It's and this music is kind of like what's the good way to describe it? It's almost like a little bit of like bluesy, like crooning, but like it's hard to describe. It's definitely not country. But it's like maybe like really slow rock, pop, like good. It's good. It's good. It's just good. I don't know how to describe it. But Stand and Deliver on this EP is really good. That's the song that I first listened to. And High Hope is probably my other big one. That's the 5th track. And I should clarify, like I didn't listen to this EP, like all 5 songs until like 6 days ago.
You just knew like Stand and Deliver and High Hope.
But I would just listen to Stand and Deliver over and over again. And then finally I was like, I should probably see if this guy's like actually pretty good. And he is.
Jaron can confirm.
Yeah, and I can confirm he's pretty good. I saved he's got some like 2 other albums that I have yet to listen to, but they're on he has 1 other album, and then I think he's getting ready to release one this year, maybe. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, listen to Patrick Droney. I'm not really sure who to compare him to, but like you guys should just listen to him.
I was saying, you don't have to compare it if you just listen.
Well, I like to give comparisons. Often the stuff I bring, I'm always like, it's kind of like Sierra Eagleson, but not really, which may or may not be true for like half that stuff. But Evan, what are you listening to?
It's hilarious you ask. I'm listening to Adam Melcher, a heck lot, and there's a specific EP I'm gonna bring. But basically, I went to an Adam Melcher concert. My dad tagged along, which was incredible.
We get it, Evan. You like live music.
I do, but this, like, I'm not kidding. This was the greatest live show I've ever been to. And, like, I literally have...
hold on. You didn't go to a Lizzo concert.
I'm tentatively saying hoping you get your passport in time. But I have tickets to see John Mayer acoustic solo, and I don't know if he can top what Adam Melcher did in Toronto. It was ridiculous. He's a great showman, an insanely good performer.
Did he like take his clothes off or something, or like what happened? I'm trying
to. Dude, he's so good live. He was like an opera person in like high
Did
school.
he sauce his plums?
No, he did not sauce his plums. If you
I'll
ever
shut
get
up.
the chance to
I'll
see
shut up.
Adam Melcher, please do. His live shows are incredible. Such a great night. And I've brought him before. I brought his Melcher Lullaby Hotline album sometime, I believe, in the summer. I found him, holy crap, almost a year ago. I found him in May of last year. And he kind of just became, like, of everyone, he was the guy I listened to from then until now. And I'm still, if anything, I'm listening to him now more than ever before. He's, like, my soundtrack of the last year. So I brought his Melcher Lullaby Hotline 1. I just showed his studio album, Here Goes Nothing. But now I am bringing his Plan on You EP from 2019, which I had never, I'm not going to lie, right? I went to this Adam Melcher concert. I had never listened to this EP. So there were a few songs I heard. I was like, shoot, I don't actually know that one. Because I only knew from the 2 albums and a handful of other singles that I knew. And I was like, why don't I know this? So I went back, and I've listened to this EP. It's 4 songs, 11 minutes. It's 3 songs and, like, a 30-second interlude. And it is, like, 11 minutes of absolute gold. And I'm like, holy crap, why did I not find this earlier? I've listened to it, like, 7 times in the last, like, 4 days. But there's Plan on You, Means to Amend, which is probably my favorite. Means to Amend is so good. And then there's the Crying interlude, which leads into I Don't Want to See You Crying Anymore. Just very simple acoustic guitar, finger picking, and some darn good lyrics. That's all it is, but absolutely all you need. And his melodies are really pretty. His background vocals are very pretty. It's a very pretty, short EP that for 11 minutes you are in a mood. You are in a vibe.
What was the title of the EP again?
Plan on You by Adam Melcher.
He's got a couple EPs.
Yeah. Several.
Okay. I think I've said this before. I really like Lightyear by him, a lot.
That's his biggest one, I think. Featuring Lennon Stone. At least on Apple it is.
Well, according to like the raw streams, it's like
Real
3rd.
Estate?
Real Estate's really high. It has 41 million. And Joyride has 15 million. And Lightyear has about 10 million.
Joyride's a funny one. Do you want a brief, like, the story of that one? It's literally just, like, his family had a truck that sat in their driveway and was never driven or moved ever. And Adam said it had been there his whole life. And then one morning, he came downstairs, and his parents were looking out the window, and the truck was gone. He's like, oh, did you get rid of the truck? They're like, nah, someone stole it. But they just, like, didn't really care because they never liked the truck. And then the police found it and brought it back, and it's this, like, dumpy old truck. And the police like, hey, like, Mr. Melcher, we have your truck. Like, we're just going to drop it off. And his dad was like, do we have to take it back?
Do I have to?
And the cop's like, yeah. So Joyride is literally just about the car being stolen and breaking down. And then just saying, well, we're better off without it anyways. Who needs it? That's a funny one. But yeah, Plan on You EP, fantastic. It's not a big investment. It's literally 11 minutes, and it's ridiculously good.
Big Investment was my nickname in high school, and I'm not joking.
I'm not going to ask any further questions on that, to be honest with you.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Yeah, exactly. No. Ooh, actually, real quick. I also got
he's
poster
moving.
At the Adam concert.
He's on the move. Freaking Canadians, am I right?
Look at this.
Imagine getting your plums sauced. That's a cool poster.
That was me. Toronto,
For all
Ontario.
For all you listeners out there, he just showed a picture and pointed at the date. He thinks he's cool. You know,
And I was literally like the second row, so it was absolutely nuts. But yeah, that's what I'm listening to.
Bet you think you're like cool or something.
I do. I think I am substantially cooler than you. I don't know about everyone else.
Bro, that was like
least, like, I don't know how I measure up to like the other 8 billion, but at least I know I'm better than Jaron.
Bro,
so.
that was like a Trump moment. That sounded like something Trump like. Actually, yes, I am. I'm better than you. I'm better. I'm better. Everybody knows it. I know it. You know it. I'm better. I'm just better.
Good Trump impression. My gosh. Anywho, Man, who the frick is Trump? Do you get it? Like, we're going to transition into who the
Okay,
frick?
alright, okay. It's who the frick time, guys. It's who the frick time. Who the frick time.
Evan's got it this week.
Alright, we're gonna clip this and make it a jingle. Who the frick time? Who the frick time?
That's rough. That's rough, man. No, we were going to use the Connor as the, like...
I guess.
You know what?
I feel like now it would be funny to have me.
I'm going to gel them together, and we will have an official jingle for who the frick. So...
Okay.
I'm writing down the time on the recording right now so I can save this. And
I'll have to-
it is my turn for who the frick.
I'll have to send you my audio file or something, but whatever.
Yes, you will.
Okay.
I have it this week, and I have somebody, and Jaron doesn't know who the frick it is, but he's going to try and figure it out based on these two
I'm sure this will go better than it did for me
last week.
2 weeks
Or
ago.
2 weeks ago. Luke Combs.
I should have rearranged the order of the clues,
Yes,
and
you
I
should.
didn't. It's my fault.
Well, I have some good ones.
I took an L. I admit. I don't make mistakes often, but 2 weeks ago
But when
I did.
he does, he makes sure
Yeah.
it's memorable.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready for the first clue? Everyone at home, play along, see if you can guess who the frick we are talking about. Are you ready?
Oh, heck yeah.
This artist is from Arizona and graduated high school in Tucson in 1998. So I'm trying to give you some place and some timeline here for age. From Arizona, graduated high school in 98.
Okay. Graduated in 1988. 88?
98.
98. Okay, sorry.
Just so you
I
can
think-
get some
yeah.
age. I don't know if you know the geography of this person.
Oh, wow.
I will
Okay.
say, they're
98.
where they're from in Arizona. That is part of their thing. If that means anything, it'll mean something when you find out who it is. But
Okay. Go ahead and give me that. Well, I guess, should I guess?
you can
I
throw a
probably
guess at
should.
that.
Just toss one. I don't...
No, it's not Justin Bieber.
I was not gonna. Actually, I was thinking about guessing somebody with the first name Justin, but I'm probably not going to. I was thinking Justin Moore, but I'm pretty sure Justin Moore is not from Arizona.
Alabama, Nebraska. No, not Nebraska.
Not Nebraska.
Not Nebraska.
He's not a Nebraska boy.
Is he Alabama?
I don't know.
You did him once though.
I think I did, yeah. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't Arizona. Oh wow, I don't. Nothing comes to.
Arkansas. That's where
It's
Justin
Arkansas.
was.
That's what it is. That's what it is. I knew it started with an A. Oh gosh, I'm getting congested. If I wake up and I'm dead, well, I'm dead. So
At least we recorded the podcast before you died.
yeah, I'll give my obituary before we close. Not my obituary, my will. I can't give my own obituary.
Yeah, that's a nice
I have to be dead for someone to give an obituary. Okay, I'll guess one.
abstain
I'm
if
taking
you
too
don't
long.
have a guess.
No, but I want to just toss something out there. So I'm just gonna Mark Wystratch.
Wait, that's not supposed to happen. That's not how that's supposed to go.
Did I just do that? Did I just do that? Are you gaslighting me?
No, you got it. Like the other clues where he's acted in soap operas, TV
So-
shows, and movies, and has done modeling. And then the last clue was this artist is the lead singer of a band. How did you get Mark?
Okay, so let me explain, bro.
Break, that was impressive.
we both-
There was real quick. There was one. I forget who it was, but there was one I threw a Hail Mary like right away and got.
Oh yeah,
that-
you're.
That is up there though. Those are the two
Yeah,
like coldest who the frick moments.
That wasn't even
How
like
did
a Hail
you get
Mary.
that?
That wasn't a Hail Mary. That was like actually kind of educated, because I was pretty sure that he was from Arizona. Like it was just kind of like I'm pretty sure he is, but it wasn't like
It checks out with all the Midland like aesthetics.
Yeah, and
everything.
they've mentioned Tucson, however it's pronounced.
Oh, they have in
How's
their
it pronounced?
Tucson.
Tucson. Yeah, they've mentioned that before, and that's the first thing that came to my head was Midland. Because I like literally when you said that, I was like, oh, Midland has... I've heard that. I've heard them mention that in Midland songs. I've also heard it in Miranda Lambert songs, but... and then I was like, I feel like he's from Arizona after I thought about that, and then I was like... Well, it's my best guess, so I just tossed it out, and I definitely would have gotten it on the second hint, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, this episode was short enough, but that didn't help.
Honestly,
Sniping
I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that.
That was impressive.
I was for a second. I was going to be like Justin Moore, but then when you honestly helped me, you were like, "Oh no, it's Arkansas," and if you hadn't said that, I might have guessed him.
Sorry,
but that would have been foolish of me. It's okay. That was dope.
That was sweet.
Yeah. Real quick, let me get the old will out.
Who gets it?
Got it right here. Definitely not tax return stuff. This entire stack is definitely not tax returns. Yeah. So
can I have the signed Bill Armstrong stuff?
No.
Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Waves on the Shore. If you feel so inclined, be sure to leave a comment below. And if you'd like to connect with us personally, you can find both of us on Instagram at The Waves on the Shore, and our personal accounts, myself, Evan, at The Overshore, and Jaron at JepWOTS. JEPWOTS. I'm telling you, man. Bro's so whack. Anyways, I'll get out of your ear now. You do yourself a favor and have a fantastic rest of your day.